guys, what's going on? Welcome to another episode of Hello World with your girl Joy from Be the Difference Clothing. I definitely want to say thank you guys for joining, taking a little bit of your time to be with me, to share a few moments, even to share what your thoughts are in the chat. I definitely am grateful for all of you who, either watch when I'm live or watch afterwards, because a lot can happen behind the scenes, right? So I don't necessarily see all of you. Actually, I don't see all of you. Um, on the chat. I mean, unless you're in the chat, I don't see all of you. So I just hope that, like I said, the goal of Hello World is for us to talk about things, to grow, and then to put things into action. And I hope that our discussions and the topics do something for you in a way where you can grow. So thank you guys for giving me a little bit of your time. Like I said, I'm not going to be on here too long because I'm going to run to the store real quick. So, okay, I'll tell you why. So, I'm cooking right now, right? And I don't have my sazon. So, I'm like, listen, I didn't have no sazon. I didn't have any onions. I'm just like, look, I'm giving up a lot right now. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna stop the cooking and get my sazon and my onion, because then I feel like, okay, I'm eating. Okay. So that'll be my lunch for tomorrow. I'm not I don't have an appetite right now. I did go to the gym today because I go to the gym as often as I can. I love that place. The people there are very interesting, and I enjoy being at the gym, pushing, and also I have to tell you, today I took a class, and my hair is still lit, right? Look at that. My hair is still lit. It is still lit. I'm not trying to sweat this out just yet. You know what I'm saying? And it's always when you have a hairstyle that you really like, where you want to take a class, or if you want to work out your hardest, or you have to just take a break. So I've been taking a break on doing anything that could possibly cause perspiration. So they were making fun of me today in the class because I was like, I'm not trying to sweat. They're like, come on, Joy. So I started off with the 25-pound kettlebell, not kettlebell, dumbbell. And then by the time I got to the second rotation, I was like, wait a second. I started to feel like a little warmth, just a little bit of warmth. And I knew once I felt warmth, there was going to be beads coming up. And when that beads come up, I have natural hair. So, when natural hair it gets moisture, it's done. It's a done deal. And look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm not trying to mess that up just yet. You know what I'm saying? I may not have this hairstyle again for a long time. So, it's fresh out. I'm not trying to do all that. So, yes, guys, I was there and she was making fun of me. She's like, oh, just try to be cute. I was like, I'm not trying to be cute. I'm just trying not to sweat. So I was doing everything very, 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 very low impact. Now, mind you, they kind of tried to challenge me. I accept all and any challenges. So they were saying, oh, I bet you can't. I bet you're going to be the first one to drop I was like, to drop the ball. No, I will not. Because we started throwing around a medicine ball. And I don't know what weight she had, but we started off in a circle. And then at the end, the circle just expanded and expanded more until we were really big. So they were trying to say I'm going to drop the ball and stuff like that. But you know what? My friend to the right of me tried to set me up. He was like, oh, she dropped the ball. I was like, no, I didn't. You purposely dropped the ball. So whatever. But I had a good time. And see, this is why I love the gym, because you interact with so many different people, and just the love that people show, it's very therapeutic when you feel like people genuinely care about you. And I feel like the people at the gym, most of them genuinely care about me. at least my well-being. And when they see me, they say hello. So those kinds of things really make me happy, and it just makes me love living even more. And I feel a bond and a closeness with them. And you don't always feel that with your circle or with other people in your life or even with family. So I definitely enjoy going there. That has been one of the highlights of my life. And I have to say, I have to attribute that to me finally understanding what my purpose is, and me accepting my life as it is, and just enjoying things that may not be mainstream to majority. So I don't care. I love the gym. I don't necessarily go, hey, Walter, thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. If I pronounced your name wrong, I'm so sorry. But welcome to Hello World. It's really good to have you. Today's topic is going to be on kindness, but I was just wrapping up how my day was. And I was talking about the gym and how I wasn't trying to get my hair all. Isn't my hair cute? I wasn't trying to get my hair all sweaty and whatnot because it's fresh. So, um, so yeah, like, I really, the next time I do go to the gym, this will tie into our topic. So the next time I go to the gym, I will definitely express to those like you know, how I feel, like how, I love the fact that they embrace me, and thank you, how they embrace me, and um just appreciate joy, because for a long time joy was not being appreciated. And I don't feel bad, but I was not being appreciated for two reasons. One, because I didn't appreciate myself and didn't see the true value of myself. And I'm not trying to say this to be cocky or conceited, but once you know your real value, then you can see how others can view you, who genuinely view you in a good light. And the other thing was that they didn't appreciate the things that I had done for them. And I had grown up with most of these people all my life. And I can't put the full blame on them, because trust and believe, when you don't appreciate your own self, you act differently. You're not as jovial and bubbly as you ought to be. So kindness. How can kindness be related? So my way of showing kindness would be to tell them how I appreciate them, because um, I'm not guaranteed another breath ever. And just knowing that is enough for me to take advantage of every moment. Um, Remember, yesterday, if you watched yesterday's episode, I was talking about how sometimes fear keeps me from saying and doing things that I probably should have done, or maybe I should do, but wasn't at the right time. And I thought because I didn't do it at that time, then I missed my opportunity. But that doesn't necessarily always fall true. But see, when you start flowing with life, right? When you start flowing with life, things happen exactly the way it's supposed to, because we're not in charge of time, right? Time is in charge of us. Time tells us how long we have. Time tells us how long we stay in situations. Time tells us how our skin starts to the elasticity in our skin starts to fade away, and then we just get wrinkly. Time tells us when we're no longer needed on this earth. So take advantage of time, because time is the most expensive commodity that any one of us could have, right? I want to spend my time doing as much as I can to help people, as often as I can. And as long as people are willing to accept me, then I will do that. Kindness can be in so many different ways, in so many different ways. You can just look and say hello to someone. You have no idea what just saying hello can do for someone, right? That's part of kindness. And I know I've spoken about this on many different chats, but it doesn't get old because it's a great reminder for all of us, including myself, not to uh, not to take advantage of, if I want to say that, or to neglect, not to neglect time, right? And to value each other, right? So I remember, okay, so let's just say I was at the I'll use this example, right? So I was at the gym and um one of the members befriended me and it was so cool. Hey, hip flipping mama. I everybody we have to give hip flipping mama a moment of silence. I saw your feed earlier and my heart goes out to you, your family, your husband, and my coworker. I was showing her the video, and my heart goes out to everything that you're going through right now. You are not alone. I wish I was able to be on the live when you were there. Maybe it's a good thing I wasn't, because I'm not really built for that right there. Because that's really strong to be able to talk about, um, you know, talk about someone that you love and not being able to see them ever again moments later. So um, I'm sorry for your loss. And, you know, there's nothing anyone could say that can console you, but I'm here for you. I'm here for you. My heart is here for you. I feel for you. And I hope that it gets a little easier day by day. That's all I could say because I've gone through that experience many times. And sometimes I just wish people didn't say anything at all, but just sat there. And sometimes just consider me just sitting there. I'm like this, just doing a little smile every now and then, like that. Or a little bit like just to make you laugh a little. But, um, that is okay. So back to the story. I apologize again for your loss and hang in there and don't stop doing what you're doing. If you need your time, you need your time, but don't stop doing what you're doing ever because I rely on your feet, your lives during the day to make me laugh because most of the times I'm laughing and I learned some stuff too. um, yes. Um, oh yeah. So one of the members befriended me and, uh, you know, it was so nice of them. They after the gym, they were like, "Hey, you want to go get something to eat?" And I'm like, I wasn't hungry, but I'm not gonna say no. So I was like, "Okay." So like, I thought that was so nice that they extended just a kind word and just wanted to share a meal with me, just to be kind. Nothing crazy, just to be kind. And that really touched my heart because I was like, "Wow, like." you know, you thought of me enough to say, "Hey, you want to grab something to eat?" And it didn't even care whether I had something to do or not, but just say, "Hey, you want to grab something to eat?" Now, I'm not I'm not a lonely person. Let's just say I'm not a lonely person because there's a lot of things that go on around me. I don't feel lonely, but it's always nice to be invited. And the fact that they took the time to invite me somewhere, I don't know what their motives were, but it doesn't matter because they invited me somewhere and we chit chatted. It was so cool. Very cool. Very cool. I felt like that was probably like a really cool highlight of that day, of that week. Because it's like we're random strangers just asking someone out to eat after the gym. Usually after the gym, I just shower really quickly because I don't like having the sweat on me too long. And then, I just go on about my business. But that was so cool that they went out of their way to offer their time, right? See, they spent their time, a little bit of their time with me. And they thought that it was cool enough to be with me, just to chill out, just for a moment, you know? So I thought that was really cool. I definitely respect them, and they will always have a piece of friendship from me anytime, because I think that's cool. Yeah, that was sad. Rocky looked so cute, and he looked so like he looked like he didn't know anything, but you know, a life is a life, and I know again at the gym there was another person at the gym who was showing me short video of when they had to put their dog down and how the dog was trying to go to the door because she was saying like the dog probably knew what was going to happen next. I just I don't know, I just felt so bad. I felt bad for her just having to go through that, and then for the dog just realizing I can't get escape because they won't let me. So I feel really badly about that. Yeah. Imagine just letting anything that breathes, that can communicate with you and some level, just not seeing them is hard. It's hard. It's hard. And I have a quote that should encourage you guys in my book. And I'm probably going to paraphrase this, but it says, "Death is never easy, but living a dead life is horrible," or something like that. That's in, do I have the book here? Oh, that's in this book right here. So you guys can, if you want to check it out, you can go into the description below and you can check out the book there. There's plenty of inspirational things here. I haven't heard anything bad yet from people who have purchased it. Um, and you know what? I do it. Everything that I do, I try to do to see if it's gonna help others. And also it helps me too because it makes me think and be more conscious of how I treat people and how I allow people to treat me. But the more we elevate each other, the better quality life we have. And when we're going through situations of a loss and really feel the love and support, and even more so, it doesn't even have to be love, but just the support of other people, that makes things a little bit easier and it makes the process a little bit easier. But hey, what is a little bit easier, right? It's always better, right? Um, so yes, you can always check that out. It's in the Shop My Merch. If you ever want to check out anyone else who's ever been on Hello World or even on the Our Lives Seen Through My Life, through my eyes series, you can check that out. It's just people simply sharing their personal experiences about what they perceive with others because we all go through things, right? We all go through things, and we need to see that regular people, everyday people, can share and be bold enough to share their everyday situations and problems or even victories, and that were related to each other and we can get through. So yes, that was a moment of kindness that I will never forget, and I appreciate it. It was cool. It was amazing. Even when I think I'm an easy person to please most times, but just by someone just extending a hello is good enough. I'll tell you another thing. Another person at the gym. Um, you know, I wasn't really having such a great day, and they actually said hello. And they don't usually speak to me first, but the fact that they did that particular day just made me feel so good. And I felt like that was such a kind gesture. Like, to me, that just shows that you have concern of somebody's well-being. If you just say hello, you acknowledge their presence. That's amazing. It's as simple as that, guys. We don't have to do all of these grandiose uh, things to make people feel that it's just a simple acts. You can buy a coffee for someone, or even purchase if you're in line and someone's behind you. You never know, that might be their last dollar, and you purchase their meal or their coffee, and they had no idea. You don't have to wait around for them to know it was you, but just to say, hey, I got the person behind me. I even had somebody, I remember I went to the beach with my coworker and she paid for my parking. And I thought that was so cool. And not only did she pay for my parking, but they they bought food. Let me tell you, that food was good. I mean, I went with some Dominicans and they know how to bring food to the beach. I mean, it was cooler after cooler and I was fed. I sat back and I was like, "Oh, this is the life." But the fact that they opened their arms that much to me and offered me whatever they had to eat and the time just to hang out, that was amazing. I'll never forget those things, and that was what made that day even better. It was a perfect day to be on the beach, but it was even better just knowing that people gave just because that's what they wanted to do, you know? I didn't know. I never I wasn't a I'm not a professional beach goer, so I don't know what you bring to the beach. I thought you would just bring water and that's it. But no, you bring the whole shebang, guys. You bring your chips, you bring all your juices, you bring all your waters, you bring snacks, you bring food. You bring whatever kind of food, some empanadas, you bring anything, guys. You bring anything, some fried chicken, whatever you can keep warm or cold, some rice. They had some rice and beans. Like they had it going on. And I was just like, oh, I'll go to the beach with y'all any day. And they had a professional little spread too, right? We had blankets spread out and the umbrellas were placed perfectly. So it shaded everything. Like it was like a tent like atmosphere. I enjoyed that. So like just simple things like that, just made me feel good. It made me feel like I could be a part of something. Because for so long, I was here and everyone else was there. Yeah, I'm going a little deep, but it's the truth, you know? I never really felt like I fit in. But for some people just to embrace me, regardless of how quirky or weird I was, because I just didn't feel like I fit in, it just felt good. And they didn't have to do anything. They didn't have to buy me a gift. They just embraced me. So, guys, let that be a lesson to just embrace. Some people are weird because they just weird. And then there's other people who are like me who just who I can hang out with people, but like I have to warm up to you. You know what I mean? Like I'll never forget in preschool. Here's a preschool situation. So I went from daycare to kindergarten. And I've always been the shy one. I've always been the shy one, always. And even to this day. Um, so when I walked into the class, I literally was probably like standing like that. I'll never forget. See, remember I tell you guys, that's why I put the future is bright on the infant onesies. I wasn't an infant, but I remembered. And I was standing at the doorway, and all I could see was a stadium full of people. This is my little self seeing like a classroom full of people. And they all already knew each other. So I was just coming in. And I can't remember if the teacher made them come to me, but all I remember was a bunch of kids, or two or three of them, just running up to me saying, "Hi, Joy. Hi. Hi," hugging me. And then it felt so good that I was able to I was able to, get into the class and get to the groove of things. And then watch out, guys. The little me came out. I am drinking my alkaline water, guys. That is just simply water with sliced lime. It is good for releasing mucus in your body. And I have also good news. I don't feel a tinge of congestion. My ears aren't drowning, and I feel like myself again. So I'm thankful for that. Trust and believe. I'm so thankful for that. I truly dislike when I do not feel well because I always feel like I'm gonna die. Um, I don't know. I'm extreme. But I don't know. That's just how I feel because I'm not sick very often. And when I am, I'm like, oh God, is this the end? Like, what is wrong with me? I need to hurry up and get this out of my system because I don't want it to mutate, So I'm so thankful and blessed that, I don't get sick very often. So with people like myself who are willing, who are able bodied, that gives us more reason to what? Be the difference, right? To be the difference for others who cannot, to fill that void for others who can't fill that particular void. That's what we need to do, right? We're filling in the gap, right? And we all can fill in the gap in many different areas, right? I may be strong in one area, but super weak in another. And I need my fellow brother or sister to carry me, pick me up, and keep me moving, right? Just little acts of kindness. Um, I will never forget too my dad. My dad has always been there for me, but I will never forget. I was in school and I was about an hour. I used to go to school in South Jersey, and I locked my keys in the car, and I needed to get to class by 7. I called him around 5. He was by the school with my key to the car, and then I just said, "Wow, this guy really loves me." That he would leave his house and come drive an hour away so I can be on time for class and I didn't have to have my key locked in the door in the car anymore. Like that is love. And from that point on, I knew that he would do anything for me, so I never abused that card. Never, because it's like, wow, somebody's willing to go that far for you, then you should not abuse the fact that they're willing to do whatever for you, you know? I almost came here late tonight purposely because another person at the gym, who I guess we're friends, I don't know, but it looked like they were, being threatened or whatever. And the person that I am, like, you don't threaten people that I know and care about. You know what I'm saying? So I was going to stay there as long as possible. So they got to wherever the next destination was safely because I wasn't sure if the person was going to wait for them outside and try to attack them. And I wouldn't feel comfortable with that. So I said, well, at least if there's another body there, then the chances of someone doing something harmful would be slim. So I was willing to do that and be like, look, Hello World's gonna have to be extra late tonight because I would not want to hear anything bad happen to them. So I would have done anything, and I still will. I still would do anything for them because they're cool and I care about them. So when you care about people, you do what you have to do. Um, so that's another act of kindness. Um, just even, even just the simple thing of calling someone to help wake them up if they have to go to work, just making sure they're awake. That's an act of kindness, right? Act of kindness, I could say is you guys, being on my page, just coming on live with me, chatting with me. For people who are watching, I don't know everybody who's watching unless they're chatting, but just the simple fact that you guys give me a little bit of your time, like that makes me feel so good. It makes me feel like, wow, you care, you're concerned. And makes me want to continue to put my best foot forward. And I hope that Hello World helps you want to put your best foot forward because that is the purpose. We don't come on here just to chit chat and forget everything and then keep on moving. No. Once we learn something, right, collectively, we go ahead and initiate that in our individual lives so that we can continue to move forward, right? How is everybody doing with their vision board? I look at mine every day. Now I've intensified my look every single day. I do my daily vision board and I look at my vision board that I have hanging every day because there are certain things that I want in life that I've neglected because one, because I didn't think it was possible, or two, because I felt like, I wasn't worthy enough. But who is worthy of anything? None of us are worthy of anything. So I'm going to stick to what I want. And until I get what I want, then and it's not selfishly, and I'm not saying like I want to get what I want and that's it. No. Until I honestly finally get what I truly want in life. I'm going to stick to it. I'm going to stick to this plan because I like to start things sometimes and not finish. But I want to follow through with this. I want to follow through with everything that I have on my board, everything that I write down. I want to follow through, because I deserve it. We all deserve it. We all deserve it. All we have to do is just follow through, continue on, keep on journeying, keep on doing what you got to do. And guys, let me tell you, the weather is finally cooperating. It is a beautiful day. This sweater, I'm sweating underneath this sweater. It's hot. But you know what? I'm amazingly happy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm happy. I'm so happy that I can go outside without a coat finally and still be comfortable. You know, Tomorrow is one of my coworkers' birthdays. So I'm going to do an act of kindness. And I know exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to buy her a Starbucks because she love her some Starbucks. I'm going to get her a little Tivana with that little pomegranate thing or whatever thing in there. I'm just going to buy that for her birthday. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know she likes gifts, but I want to get her something that she absolutely loves and adores. And she loves drinking that stuff. So whatever, so be it. It's just the little things. You do things that people appreciate. Something you just so into whatever you think somebody may like and just give it to them. You know what I mean? Like just going the extra mile is what we should do. And what's wrong with going the extra mile? There's nothing wrong with that. I think that we should all be required to do that, right? The world has been getting better since we've all been doing our thing, right? It has been. We've been branching off doing different things on our own channels. We've been branching off and doing different things with our own family and friends. We've been branching off and thinking of ideas that were dead once before, but now are alive because we've activated it. Our countenance has changed for the better. Our communication and posts on social media have become better. People are being inspired by the very things that we do. That is our act of kindness to the masses. Do we need people to appreciate it and say thank you? Not always, because we're doing it from our heart. Because what flows from the heart is what's true. And when it's true, you don't need accolades. You don't need it because you feel good. And when you feel good, no one can trump that. It's the icing or the cherry on the top when people do say thank you and they appreciate you, but you don't necessarily need that because you're already sweet enough, right? Right? So another way you can show act of kindness when you're driving, let somebody in. Because if you don't let them in, the next 15 cars won't either. So let that be your act of kindness so that they can get to their destination sooner. You never know if they're trying to get somewhere faster for an emergency or if they're having a bad day. You never know. Or if by you allowing them in, you could prevent an accident. Hmm? Hey, 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 it's just things to think about. So your act of kindness can turn into a life-saving tool. You know how many lives we're saving when we do our acts of kindness that we may not even know about? Make sure you are liking, subscribing, sharing, and turning on your notification bells, and also sharing because you never know who our conversation can touch that may need it most. So just share it. You see, my channel is only 157 people. And I never really try to push, oh, I need subs. I need subs. I would love to have subs. I really would. I would love to. So YouTube would show the channel more. I would love that because I feel like we are helping each other. And if more people can get help by what we're doing, I would love that. But everything is in time. And when the time comes, I'll reach my 1,000 subscribers and then I'll be able to do more. But I appreciate what I can do now. Because there was a point in time where I only had like 50 subscribers and I was dying for 100. So I'm working with what I have now, but I want to make room for the greater. See, that's the other thing too, guys. We have to make room. Thank you. We have to make room for greater, right? So, in order to make room for greater, appreciate what you have currently and mold what you have, baby what you have, nurture what you have currently so that when you get more, it's not overwhelming. Hey, hey, hey. Kindness, guys. We should just practice kindness every moment we get. Once I hang up from you guys, I'm going to the supermarket, and I'm so filled right now that I'm gonna I'm gonna take my time when I'm driving. I'm not gonna honk anybody. I did good today though. I didn't honk anybody. I slowed down because I'm getting low on gas. So I didn't honk anybody, but I'm gonna be extra careful as to how I do things and how I move after today, after we hang up, because I want my light, whatever light that's in me that shines that I can't necessarily see, but others do. I want that to reflect so bright that it outweighs any sorrow that may be in their life. Either sorrow, um, discouragement, anger, anything that is opposite of having a good life. I want that light to be so strong that they don't know what else to do but just be happy. It's possible. And okay, fine, we're not going to be happy every single day because I'm certainly not happy every day, but we'll have tools on how to maneuver so that our discouragement, our times of low period won't be as long. And we'll be able to lift ourselves up faster if we don't have people around us, but we'll have those personal tools. We'll have that episode on Hello World where it's like, oh, yeah, I remember that. And it just boosts you up, right? That's what we are supposed to do for each other. Anyway, guys, I'm not going to keep you much longer. Yes, traffic here, honking. I never understand why. Girl, let me tell you why. Because we're in a rush to go nowhere. That's why. That's why we do it. Yeah, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. But neither does Diet Coke making sense as it's healthy. It's not. It's manipulating something in its purest way and putting all these artificial other things in there and causing other things to malfunction in your body. But it's still good for you, right? So anyway, we're backwards people. But we're turning around so we can be a little bit more forward, right? Ooh, if we're more forward, then we can be more forward and open and honest with each other. And when when we're more open and honest with each other and showing kindness, then we'll know how to say what we have to say in a loving way so people can accept it. Let's show a little bit more love, concern, care. Let's be easy on each other. Let's have mercy on each other because Lord knows there's going to be a time when we each need mercy. And there's no reason why we can't be the difference continuously. Not just right now, not just afterwards, but forever. Even in our bad times, we still can be the difference. Just get that thing up. Just push. That's our way of pushing up to the top. Just keep on pushing. Because sometimes encouraging someone else will get you out the dumps. Yes, it will. I speak for myself. There's a fighter in every single one of us. And we deserve to continue to fight for another day. You guys are amazing. You are beautiful. You are necessary. Everything that you do, from yesterday till next year till your last breath, is all for the elevation of mankind. We are continuously being a difference all the time in everything that we do. Just remember that in the back of your head. It's not to make it not to strain you or make it feel too much of a weight or a burden. No, it's just us going to what our natural state is supposed to be, which is kind, caring, loving, considerate. At least if we try. So continue to show your true colors. And if you don't like what you see, there's always room for change until you breathe your last breath. Even when you're on your last breath, you still can encourage and inspire someone. Let your legacy be amazing. I love you guys for joining me. I'm so glad that you guys joined me in the chat. I'm so glad for anyone who's watching during or after. I hope that this was an encouragement for you, and you guys are an encouragement to me. I love being on here. We're on day 75. Once we get to 100, I will be doing a giveaway. So make sure you're subscribed so that you can be entered in that giveaway. And I'll mail it to you for free. And you'll get a product that I make myself for free. And all you have to do is be subscribed. So anyway, guys, thank you for joining me. You are beautiful. You are amazing. You are necessary. You are needed. You are talented. You are what everybody needs to see. Never, ever let your down period keep you down too long. Go through the process that you need to, but always remember your light is necessary. It's meant to shine, not to be burnt out. It may get dim, but don't let someone stifle it, and don't you stifle it. Continue to be as beautiful as you are, as wonderful as you are. Don't ever forget, you are the difference that this world has always been needing, and it's always continuous, and it's flowing, and everybody's feeling that flow. See you guys tomorrow between 7 and 9, and make sure you are sharing, liking, and subscribing. That's it for tonight, guys. I love you all. Have a good one.